Hey everyone, Pesmori here, and welcome to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney 2. Morning, Max. Max? Milk. What? Yeah, what? If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie. Stage? Don't worry, there won't be a stage. All you have to do is sit down and testify. I guess. Nick? Max is really nervous. Understandable. Hey, my sweeties. What? Don't throw that shit in here. You don't think I should fly, do you? Huh? You know, you've got to make a good first impression. When I enter the room, maybe I should fly in and warm up the crowd a little. No. We can't be having you fly around the courtroom. It just wouldn't be right. Also, there's no animation for it. Imagine if you hit someone. Pretty sure the judge would just let it slide, to be honest. Like if you ask me. Don't worry, Max. Just do what Nick says and everything will be okay. Oh, sweetie. What is it this time, Max? Why did you try flying into the courtroom? I can see it now. That dashing young lawyer flying fabulously in from above. One glimpse of that and everyone in the room will be on your side. Max, really, no one needs to fly today. Nick? What's with the look in your eyes? I like the sound of that. Dashing young lawyer flying fabulously. Oh, okay. Sure. I mean, Nick is not exactly well liked. What? Your Honor, get on with it. I didn't press anything. It really went by quickly, huh? Okay. Oh, sorry. I just realized that the defendant's name is Billy Bob Jones. So... well, isn't the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactica? Yes, Your Honor, he does often go by that name. You know, my grandchild is a huge fan of his. I think everyone here wouldn't mind if he called the defendant Maximilian Galactica. I don't know, Billy Bob Jones is a pretty cool name. It sounds more friendly. Probably why he uses that instead of his real name. I wonder if that's to our advantage? Miss Von Karma, your opening statement, if you please. I hope you didn't bother thinking you'd win this one, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why are you still here? Actually, why did you come? Oh yeah, your father. A little too late for that though, right? Wouldn't it have been like even worse if you came during the Lana Sky case? Why now? Like, honestly, without Edgeworth, Wright would be fucked against the captain of the police force. But if you were there, Phoenix would be absolutely crushed. He would be beaten. He would be broken. okay? But no, you just have to do whatever the hell, man. Eh? That spirit channeling trial was a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy. You don't have to. I don't give a shit. Delulu ass bitch. It does not count! You hear me? She must still be upset about what happened last time. Again, was that before or after the tutorial? Or stage 1, whatever you want to call it. You have no chance. Zero. Zilch. Nada. I'm not losing this case. You'll see about that. Why, you ask? Because it's not in the nature of a Von Karma to lose to anything. I'm not gonna say anything about that. I guess being born with the name Von Karma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying. Watch and learn, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? What? What do you mean watch and learn? You should be watching and learning. You should be the one watching and learning Von Karma. What the fuck? I'll show you the textbook procedure of proving how absolutely guilty you are. That didn't work the last time. Me? Guilty? What are you talking about? It'll be my ultimate revenge. But it's not like he'll bring her dad back. There. Opening statement complete. Now let's hurry and wrap up this waste of time. Very well. You may call your first witness, Miss Von Karma. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Get up there! Now! Sorry to keep you from work, as I'm sure you need every penny you can earn, Detective. God damn. I'm never getting that Honda Civic from him, aren't I? Don't mention it. It's no trouble at all. I've been waiting for this. Very well. I would like you to begin by shedding light on this events and questions. I said that wrong, but whatever. At your service, sir. Alright, Detective. You may proceed with the testimony. The night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. All the circus performers were gathered at the big top to practice their routines. It sounds like a Fallout New Vegas location. Or is it actually a location in Fallout New Vegas? Okay. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m. The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. That's harsh. I see. He was beaten to death. Here's the autopsy report for the victim. The court accepts this into evidence. A blunt object, huh? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Let me ask you something about the snow. It was nearly a blizzard up until the time of the crime. Did it pile up? It wasn't such a big deal. Maybe about 1.5 inches was on the ground. The snow froze in place and stayed on the ground until the next day. Huh. The snow. Let's see. There's got to be more to this. Eh? What's the matter, Nick? I need to take a look at the court record. Huh? What do you mean? Why do I need to take a look at the court record? Mr. Gumshoe, what were the members of the circus doing on the night of the crime? When you say all the circus performers, who do you mean? Everyone but the dancers and the staff were there. Regina the animal tamer, Mo the clown, Ben the ventriloquist, and of course the defendant, Maximilian Galactica, and his victim, the ringmaster. Oh, I almost forgot. Risha the tiger was there as well. Out of curiosity, what about the circus monkey? When I was investigating yesterday, he happened to snatch my wristwatch. Detective, you're welcome to file a police report after the proceedings. I'm pretty sure he wasn't planning to, well, now. After the practice was over, where did everyone head off to? Regina was playing with Regent, Mo went back to his room tired from work, Ben the ventriloquist went to the front gate absorbed in his own world. The ringmaster and Max went to talk to the... Yeah. Fucking 3 AM. Why? Went off to the ringmaster's room to talk privately. Talk privately, huh? That's awfully sus. You wouldn't happen to know what they were talking about, would you? Seems they were negotiating Max's salary. Actually, he was asking for Regina's hand in marriage. Yeah, still weird. Never gonna get over that. Actually, after the first episode, I Google searched what the age of consent in Ace Attorney was. And guess what came up? A Reddit thread about this particular case. They were like, why couldn't the localizer set the age of Regina to 18 at least? And that's a good question. They changed Sebastian's name to Eustace. And for Mega Man X5, when they made the Legacy Collection or whatever, they changed the bosses' names. It used to be like the Guns N' Roses reference. But then they changed the name to be the real name. Which was bullshit because everyone loved the reference to Guns N' Roses. Meanwhile, Regina's age. Not changed at all. Even though it probably should have been. Whatever. I'm not over it. I'll never be over it. I'll never ever ever be over this. It's so fucking weird. I'd like you to be a bit more specific about the events at 10:15 p.m. Okay, not a problem, pal. We've got a witness that told us Ow! This is totally meaningless. Time to move on. Alright, you'll just have to revisit that testimony later. Gumshoe, would you mind telling us how the victim met his end? Sus. A wooden box? That's right. The victim must have been carrying the wooden box when he was killed. Carrying the box, huh? It was a rather strange wooden box, Your Honor. What do you mean? Well, it was much heavier than it looked. Not to mention it was locked. Locked, you say? Damn. This may be my only chance, so I might as well ask some questions. Do you mind telling us what was inside the box? Well, when we found the box, it was locked tighter than Fort Knox. So we took it back to the station and cracked it open. All that was inside was this little bottle. Bottle? What's that, detective? Exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. It's a condiment bottle. What's inside the bottle? It's filled with pepper. Pepper? Why in the world was it locked in that big box? And why was it so fucking heavy? There was only one little bottle in that huge box? I wonder if that has some sort of special meaning. Blech. According to the autopsy report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, correct? You done your homework, pal. And you haven't found this murder weapon, right? The police are searching for it as we speak. My game theory, is that it was something the perpetrator ran off with. You would think so, especially since you didn't find it on the scene. No. I bet he made it disappear with magic. Ha ha ha. Well, I think we have a good feel for the details of the event now. Guess that's all we're gonna get out of Gumshoe in this case. You mean all we're gonna get out of him is this little bottle of pepper? Now that we've wrapped up with the detective, I'd like to call my next witness. Huh? I'm not even off the stand yet. Obviously. But that's due to you being slow and unable to take a hint. Oh no, but wrapped up has such a mean sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy. Thank you so much, Detective Gumshoe. You may step down. Miss Von Karma, call in your next witness. I would like to call Mr. Benjamin Woodman to the stand. She must be talking about Ben the ventriloquist. I wonder if Trilo will show up on the stand as well. Well, he certainly is. And he's getting beat the shit out of him by his own puppet. What a way to go. Please state your name and occupation for the record. My name is Triloquist. I'm employed as an operatic tenor. Whatever the hell that means. Excuse me? The witness called on the stand was one Mr. Benjamin Woodman, ventriloquist. That rope must be cutting off your circulation. I said I was a singer. Maybe you don't believe me? Fine. I'll grace you with a song. Please shut the fuck up. No. I'm not reading that. No. You can't make me. It had good rhythm. It's just the lyrics. They leave something to be desired, so to speak. Trilo, you know better than to insult a judge. Shut up! Just look at your nose. You would think you'd have the sense to fix it. It's so ugly, I want to punch you in the face on the chance swallowing would help. You know that your nose is the reason you'll never be an A-list star. Celebrities must really enjoy saying something everything that flashes into their minds. Yeah? They do. Really gets to their head, huh? What's going on here? Order! Order! I demand to know what the witness is! Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trilo handle this. I'm not worried about you one bit. You won't get anywhere trying to figure out this witness. Now let's proceed. I feel like she's tried before. Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge, clown. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. That's when I saw Max, heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Then the police showed up and took Magic Boy away. You saw Maximilian Galactica heading towards the scene. You're sure about that? Without a doubt. He had on his silk hat, cloak, and the dumb white roses on his chest. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck so high up? That's enough. I think we all get the picture. Just one thing. You said you ditched the clown. That's right, dress boy. Well, since you weren't with him, couldn't that mean the clown committed the murder? Huh. He's got a point. What a shame. It's a nice theory. But the clown can't be the culprit. Okay, no. Well, why? Oh, shit, I almost dropped this. Why is that? Why is that? Here's absolute proof. A silk hat? This was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant. Ugh. Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. If the clown was the murderer, there would be no reason for this hat to be at the scene. Huh. Well done, Miss Von Karma. Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done. Thank you for stating the obvious. Mr. Phoenix Wright, what do you have to say? I don't know who's worse, Edgeworth or you. At least Edgeworth helps, but he only helped in case 3 onwards. Will this be your redemption arc? Okay, I guess she's the boss again today. The clown. You're talking about Mo? Of course I'm talking about that old fart. He's so pathetic I can't stand him. Well, you ain't standing. Just a bit of exercise and his makeup is running all over the place. Once practice is over, he was 9/10 of the way to kneeling over for good. Ugh. Poor guy. He didn't have any choice, so Ben took him back to his room. When it comes to being a first-place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack. Stuck-up bastard. He has a family, you know. Then what happened? Why the plaza's entrance? To do some thinking, of course. It was awfully cold out that night, especially with the snow around. Wouldn't thinking in your nice, warm lodging house be a better idea? Idea! God damn. Blech. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I think you should leave the thinking to the witness. Shut up. But I'm a good thunker. At least my teachers always said I was. Yeah, thunker. Yeah. I'm not even sure if there's a typo, if that's intentional. Are you sure it was really Max Galactica? Of course I'm sure. How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby three-piece getup? Snobby three-piece getup? Get the wax out of your ears. Lawyers nowadays. You're like talking to a brick wall. Max's three-piece getup, jeez. How could you be any more dense? All together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you. Nick, I think you should put a little bit more effort into preparing your questions. You saw Max and only Max, right, Trilo? That's right, and that makes him the killer. There was only one other person heading that way that night. That makes quite a bit of sense, and makes Max one suspicious character. There's more to the story than meets the eye. Is there something amiss? That's a bit strange, don't you think? What's strange? That you only saw Max? Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well? Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Who else do you think the witness should have seen? Don't hold your tongue, Ben. It's your job to answer all the stupid questions. I'm sorry, Trilo. Gonna fuck. Think about it some more, Nick. I'm sure you can come up with something. Trilo wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he? Well, Max is part of the bitter love triangle with Regina, which is probably why Max conked him over the head. Nick? Wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head? Yeah. I think so. I don't know, man. Around what time did the police arrive at the scene? I suppose it would have been around... Hey, what time is it? Was it? Well, a bit after 10:30, I think. Practice ended at 10, so you hung around the lodging house the entire time? I guess that sounds right. Wasn't it awfully cold? Can't believe you just stood outside in that weather. Well, the truth is... Why you shut up, you big dope, nose dope? Why are you telling him anything extra? Why can't you believe we just stand outside in the weather? Well, maybe you were waiting for someone. What? Who said we were waiting for someone? Mr. Phoenix Wright, we can do without your offhanded theories. Your game theories. Okay, I'm sorry. You just can't stay in the box, man. But this witness, he's cracking under the pressure already. I'm onto something. Mr. Wright, what do you suppose the witness was waiting for in the cold that night? Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person. The fucking 16-year-old. That he wants to be fucking. And one person only. He was waiting for the animal tamer, Regina. Hey, come on. Keep it together, man. You were waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house. Am I mistaken? Is this true? Well, you can't really ask me that question. Who cares who I was waiting for that night? What's important is what I saw. Don't you forget it. Well. The puppet may be a bit stiff, but he is right. It seems that at this stage, I have no reason to doubt this witness's testimony. And there's clearly no conclusive contradictions. He's right. A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now let's get a move on with the testimony. Trina wouldn't have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, right? Well, Max is part of the... Oh. That's the victim. Correct. If Trilo was at the entrance of the plaza, he should have seen the ringmaster as well. Ah! Obviously, the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness could have seen him. Anyone with sense could have figured that one out. What are you talking about? The ringmaster and Max went together to the ringmaster's room. Okay, isn't that, according to the defendant, a likely story? If Maximilian Galactica was supposed to be in the ringmaster's room, why was he just as stated, as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime? I see. Alright. There's obviously a reason why the witness was there that night. Spent all that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought. Keep it together. Come on. What did you just say? The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime. However, he did not see the victim on the way to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there is a high likelihood that he could have missed someone else other than Max at the scene of the crime. Oh! There is absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer. I guess you got me. Alright. I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true. I was waiting for Regina. Pain! Don't volunteer things! Mr. Quest, tell us the truth this time, and I really mean the whole truth. Were you or were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance to the lodging house? I was. I was waiting to propose to her. You were what? Waiting to propose? What's the matter? You think that human beings have a monopoly of marriage? That's a first. Huh. Can we arrest a puppet for soliciting a minor, whatever that means? For proposing to a minor? I mean, he does need to be locked up for a different reason. And so does Max. The matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case. You're the judge! I mean, look at your horrible outfit! More pain! Sexy, you're bumbling. My perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Now we have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet. I would have proven that he was there for that anyway. Don't be so surprised that I was going to propose to Regina. I even had something to give to her. I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I still got it in my pocket. Okay, sure. You were going to propose. You, a puppet. Really? Don't be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't have love. Yes, you're right. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I can't propose to her too. Okay. Exactly. His honor is looking a little less than honorable right now. Honor can be quite a burden sometimes. But what the fuck? Okay, Mr. Wright. Please continue with your cross-examination. What was with the sigh at the end? By proposal, you mean by proposing marriage? Correct? To Regina. Just when I thought it couldn't get worse. It got worse! As if 21 wasn't bad, how about 31? Damn it, man. What the fuck? Of course that's what I meant. What kind of stupid question is that? I wasn't going to propose that we become some sort of outlaw biker gang together. That's honestly more legal than whatever you have in mind, man. Right, Ben? Yeah. I'm gonna lock your ass up. And make the fucking lion... what's the name? What's the lion's name? And I'm gonna lock you up and make Regent eat the key. Got it. That's the truth. Oh yeah, I'm throwing Max in with you too. Because fuck you guys. What the fuck? I even had something to give to her. I forgot I read this. And what was that exactly? You know what I want to give her, numbskull. The only thing I could find that can match Regina's beauty. Answer his question, what was it? Even she's sick of your shit, what the fuck? If you're wondering why I'm saying the F word so many times, fuck, the words fuck. This is a weird case, man. This is the most out-of-pocket case ever. It's really hard to play. You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring! An engagement ring? Wow! Those two nearly fell out of the chairs. Mr. Phoenix Wright's joke has gone too far. Hey, it wasn't my idea, what the fuck? Time for this to end right here. Francisca's whip looks like it's gonna lash out at almost anything. One hit from that will probably shut someone up for a long time. Pain equals bad? Push harder, nah. Maybe something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. The first time that a puppet has ever— I advise you to cut the shit. I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. What? Would the witness please revise their testimony? Specifically about the engagement ring. I'd like to stick to facts, not sociology. You sure do enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe. An engagement ring? Uh-huh. It's actually a diamond-shaped stone cut from glass. Even more brilliant than the real thing. I think Regina's gonna love it. How did you guys afford it? Did you sell your house? Did you rob someone? Did you rob the bank? What did you do? There's no fucking way you could have afforded it on your own. It's just a ring. What's the matter, Nick? Well, there's gotta be something I can catch him on. Whose pocket was the ring in? Mine, of course! What a dumb question! You've got to be kidding! You think Ben can pull that off? I'm sorry! Really? You don't have to apologize for that. He's the one who should be apologizing. Really? So you went to the lodging house to give it to her? That's right! I tried to give it to her during practice so many times that I lost count, but the uppity snob kept getting in the way. Uppity snob? He couldn't possibly be talking about me, Maximilian Galactica. When I get a hold of him, I'm gonna saw his wood block in half, and not with magic. Wood block? You mean like Trilo's dick? Well, they always say that love creates rivalries. So, what about this present? So you're still thinking of trying to give it to Regina? Of course I am! I spent 3 months' salary on this thing. I'm not gonna give up that easy. How much does a clown earn? Let me just... How much does a clown earn? Circus clown earn in a month. I'm assuming this is in America. Okay, so they earn $47,500 a year. So divide that by 12. Holy what? Wow, they... Okay. Maybe I should be a clown. God damn. That ring costs 11 fucking thousand? Wait, it's almost 12,000. What the okay then. Huh. I wonder how much he receives for appearing in the circus. Probably way more than he deserves. Close to 4,000. About 3.8k to be exact. At least based on my research, which was just Googling. How about it, Nick? Think it's about time to unwrap this toy's testimony. That's the spirit, Nick. Give him hell! The judge has that dazed and confused look again. Maybe he should get out more. Surprise, motherfucker! Trilo, do you mind if I show you something? What is it? What is it? What are you talking about? Looks like they're going to double team me now. You recognize this? That's mine! Give it back, thief! Didn't he just testify about having this very object? I believe he said, in the end I wasn't able to give it to her, so I still got it in my pocket. Why then? Do I have it right here? To be honest, the fucking monkey, right? What's going on here? That's... Ben, say something! Hey, don't put me on the spot like that, Trilo. Found this in Money's room. Money's room? You mean like a room they put money? Like a bank vault? Ha! That damn monkey's gonna get what's coming to him. Mr. Quest, I would prefer it if you avoided slandering innocent fiats in my court. Well, Your Honor, Money really is a monkey. In every sense of the word. Oh man. He thought it was a black guy. The judge heard steel and monkey and his mind went to black guy. Okay. Oh no, I accidentally pressed okay. Money likes to go after the shiniest things that he can find and gather them up. Shiny things? Trilo, when was this ring stolen from you? Well, I suppose it was that time. You know, that night. The night of the crime. What did you just say? Details, bitch, details. Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up in the plaza. Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, right? Well, I guess you might be able to say that. The ring might have, well, it could have taken about around that time. Ooh. Rough. That's rough, buddy. Ben, what's with you? No, whatever. It has nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder. That's not for you to decide. Now, Trilo, back to the topic at hand. I haven't admitted a thing. Not I, Mr. Triloquist. What did you do when the ring was taken, Trilo? You know exactly what I did. I chased after that ring-snatching monkey money. But you weren't able to catch up with him, right? It's all this slow, loafy fool called Ben's fault. While he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away. That's indeed an incredible shame. Well, this does indeed prove one very important thing. What point could that possibly be? Obviously, that one, Benjamin Woodman, is lacking in the area of exercise. This is clear from the testimony we have just listened to. He was too slow and awkward to catch a monkey fleeing through the snow. This revelation doesn't seem to be registering too well around the courtroom. Maybe you should leave the courtroom drama for video games too and rethink that one. Funny, yeah. Okay. I'm not letting that point go to waste. There's a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony. Contradiction? The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated he chased after Money the monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Where are you going out with this little theory of yours? I'm saying that there's no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory. This game theory. Which leads me to my next point. It was entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene. Interesting, Mr. Wright. Well then, riddle me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past this vigilant ventriloquist? Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene. However, this doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive. The witness is lying. He is blinded by his rivalry with Max. While the defendant's arguments does hold some water, the water being his tears after Von Karma whips his ass. This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant. How dare you! I wouldn't lie just to get that dork face in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him. No doubt about it. I saw that piece of shit. Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly what you saw that night. Told you so many times. You think you know my story's not changing. You already changed your story, stick boy. Stick boy. And I'm sure I'll change some more. When there's one lie, there's usually more behind it. Exactly. That's why we have to keep after him. Yeah. Ooh, music's picking up. You're fucked. I'll give you that. I was waiting for Regina that night. But that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. She showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Max Galactica at the scene. There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. Huh. So that means that Money didn't show up until after you saw Max. That's right. Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max. Then Money snatched the ring and you went chasing after him. How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting? Let's see, I'd say about... I suppose 5 minutes, I think. So the victim could have arrived at the scene in that 5-minute stretch. Mr. Wright, please proceed with your corp examination. Yeah. Bleh. So you were only concerned with waiting for Regina that night. That means you probably wouldn't have noticed someone else showing up. You should think about how many eyes I actually have. I've got 4, you know. 4. F-O-R. Counting Ben, of course. With that many eyes, do you really think something would have slipped by me? 4 eyes is an awful lot of attention directed at one area, I suppose. Yikes. The judge is even more dangerous to our case than Trilo. So you saw Max coming out of the big top that night? Of course! That's where I saw him coming from. I was staring at the entrance to the tent the entire time. I'm guessing that makes sense. Especially since he was waiting for Regina. About what time would you say these events took place? You're one of the dumbest people on the planet if you can't figure it out yourself. You already know the practice finished probably at 10. And you know I went to the lodging practice right after. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to know around what time it was when I saw him. Huh, funny. I defended a surgeon. Wait a minute, he didn't defend the surgeon. Whatever. Just add 10 more minutes. I'm sure you can do that. Now what time was it? Indeed. What time was it? What time was it? Let me think about that for a second. I'm not good at math. It was 10:10 p.m. That does sound about right. It sounds about right because at that time I saw Max on the scene. So you testified that you said good evening to Max that night. You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You say good morning in the morning and good afternoon in the afternoon, right? It is obvious how to say good night to someone at night. What, Ben? Got something to add? Let me guess. That's not a Trilo. You say good evening at night. Sorry, Trilo. Mr. Quest, I would prefer if you kept your ventriloquist acts outside of the courtroom. More we deny? A performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better. Probably more than that in your case. Lives, breathes, and oh boy. Looks like the term shaft is gonna be a bit more literal. There's gotta be something wrong with the statement. Isn't it a bit strange to you? What do you mean? Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? Strikes me as somewhat strange. Why would it strike you as strange? Exactly. How is it strange to be cordial to one of your co-workers? Well, if it was simply being cordial to a co-worker, yeah, I would understand. Yeah! Maybe you should think of having some proof before you start flapping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school. Funny thing about that, really. There's no reason that Trilo would say something nice to Max. But how do I go proving that with evidence? Bluffing is everything in this world, but I'm sure you already learned that one. I guess I can give it a shot. The witness will resume his testimony. You are 100% absolutely sure of what you said. I told you already. Geez, I'm not 100% sure. There's no way he could be more confident than that, right? Those three ridiculous symbols, huh? Out of curiosity, how many times have you asked that question by now? If you're gonna ask again, I'll answer with a chorus. Everyone together now! Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you very much. I, didn't have to join in, did you? But it's fun shouting with everyone else. There's gotta be a hole in his testimony somewhere. I agree. But do we have the proof to make something stick? All we can do is try, right, Nick? We've got to have something that will prove useful. Alright, let's go! Trilo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder? A fight? A fight over Regina, to be exact. It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just an argument. A disagreement at most. A disagreement usually doesn't end up with someone getting clonked over the head. Usually. That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he? But what? Is that an admission of assault and battery? Ah! Well, he's going to jail for something. But honestly, the sexual thingy should have been enough to lock him up for life or something. Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first. The truth is, on the day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There's absolutely no way they could have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on stand. There's no way a puppet this lewd would just up and say good evening to his rival. Are you saying this witness is lying? That he is trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene? I didn't tell a single lie. Honestly, I just... That's enough from you, Mr. Quist. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night? It was my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It's just someone else. That's who he said good evening to. What kind of theory is that? I mean, one with a lot of backlash. Like Matt Pat's Sans' Ness game theory. I don't know why I got a lot of backlash. It was a pretty good theory. The correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all. But what? If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all. Which means there's only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian. This is why Trilo made the effort to greet whoever it was he saw that evening. Or, good evening as he put it. Nah. What's in the world? You! Oh shit. Considering the ill temper of this witness, there's only one person he would greet. It must be Regina! It's Regina, right? She's so cute! No, Your Honor. No. If it was Regina, Trilo would have given her the engagement ring as a present. Oh, yeah. I suppose you got a point there. It was Russell Berry, the victim himself, was it not? Correct! It was indeed Russell Berry. The person you saw the victim the evening was the victim, the ringmaster, Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Trilo. Isn't that right? Answer the damn question, bitch. Order. How do you respond to this? Wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was the old man. But, once I got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica. I think it's high time that we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. The problem is identifying who that person was. Was it Max? Or was it the ringmaster? The prosecution argues that it was the defendant the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's 3 symbols. 3 symbols. Alright, this is getting old. Come on, man, you gotta remember them by now. Here we go again. Everyone, all together now. Oh! Yeah, we know. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. A silk hat and a cloak. Anyone could wear them. They'd even look good on me. I don't know about that. What was that? Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's 3 symbols. However, how do we really know it's Maximilian Galactica? Could have been someone else dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Berry. What? Miss Von Karma, do you have clear evidence that the witness that the person the witness saw was the defendant. Well, if that's the case, then it is impossible for me to make a judgment at this point. Yeah! I think you finally won a point in this one. That's very fortunate. Thank God I don't have a cameraman. Huh? You're just a little excited for your own good. You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, nothing. What do you mean by that? You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this person saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort. But... Who's that person? Who that person was can only be answered by the next witness. Huh? Your Honor, the prosecution will provide, beyond a shadow of a doubt, an answer to that question and evidence that clearly establishes one thing. That there is no one other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime. Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. During this time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness. Court is now in recess. Well, yeah, I did not expect Triloquist to be a witness, but I probably should have seen it coming. Either that or I forgot what happened in the first episode. Yeah, I forgot what happened in the first episode. I can't get over this, man. You know, I told you guys, right? Okay, so like after I edited the first episode, I went to do a little digging and searching and stuff. You know, because I was genuinely curious. I was thinking, well, I mean, different world, different rules, you know? Like, maybe, you know? I mean, maybe it's in Japan. What's the age of consent in Japan? Let's see. "16 years. Also in Singapore is 16 years. So, you know, I was thinking, maybe it's that. Because if it was the Japan or Singapore one, then yeah. Bit creepy, but it is legal. But it's in America. It's in America. Like, this game is set in America. Oh. Like, okay, where is Phoenix Wright set? It says the United States, primarily in Los Angeles, the retaining Japanese cultural elements. Oh, okay. So if it's like that, then it must have kept the age of consent. I mean, still weird though. And the age gap is another thing. I mean, 5 years? Weird. 6 years? 5, 6 years, I mean... Okay. 7 years? That's 8 years, you know, but let's see, let's do the calculation, let's do the math. What is 31 minus 16? Ah, 15, yes, 15-year age difference, yes, What? Very creepy. Yeah. I'm never gonna recover from this. So weird. Whatever. Not much to say. Other than me not getting over this. With that being said, thank you so much for watching my playthrough of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney 2. And if you'd like to see, stay tuned and stay awesome. Good night.